Hello and welcome. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Lucy, Infinity Resonance, and I want to talk about what's moving for us energetically in the run up to Lionsgate. Now, presumably, we are feeling this, those of us who are sensitive to the energies, yeah, and already working quite deeply with what wants to move and transform. Now, I'm lucky enough to work a lot one-on-one with people, and at times like this, with these big gates, there are huge themes that start to show up, and they're just unmissable. And there's two major themes that are really showing up in the preparation for Lionsgate. And one is, and this I love. This is what really excites me about this coming gateway. There is a phenomenal, and I mean phenomenal expansion um, we're being prepared for in our signature light. Now, for each of us, that means something different. Each of us have, right at the heart and soul and center of us, a most beautiful light. I mean, I'm so lucky I get to see this when I give readings sometimes, and how it shows up for us. Now that light can show up as any shape, any color, any signature, any emblem, any motif, but it contains the qualities of the essence of who we are. Who are we in this universe? What are we here to give the world this time, this life, this time around? Um, when everything and we are completely out of the way, this is what shines out into the whole of creation. It shines out into our bodies, our energy fields, into our realities, our worlds, our personal worlds. And it doesn't stop there. The light of who we are shines out throughout all of creation, throughout all that is. And just by being and not being in the way of that, we are emanating that pure, amazing essence of who we are. Now, I've been seeing this in the run up to Lionsgate. I've been seeing this strengthen, like there is a preparation, a readying for this huge expansion of this light in each of us. And there's and that has such wonderful consequences. That light, when it expands, hmm, not only do we become more firmly anchored in who we get to offer who we are. And this year, very much focus on offering who we are in a worldly way, in a grounded way, in a physical way. So there's a lot of allowing that light. We don't really have much of a choice in this, but allowing that light to emanate throughout our physical bodies, our physical realities, our physical worlds, and it's going to transform us. It's going to keep transforming us, but in a beautiful way. It's going to keep devouring more of what's not truly aligned physically with who we are in our physical universe. More of what's not aligned with who we truly are gets devoured by that light, but more of what physically expresses that beautiful truth of our light, our essence, things that we might have been keeping hidden. More of that gets to show up, move out, and express itself. So physically express ourselves. So there's a lot of support for that. That can affect how we're working, our work. We're taking our work and what we're doing here, our doings, to the very next level, expanding out beyond what's comfortable. It can help with getting really clear. I am this. This is what I want to give. This is how I want to serve. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to make. This is what I'm going to invent. This is what the world doesn't have yet, but I can bring in. So it can bring us real clarity. And it can also give us phenomenal courage, the bravery. There's nothing like resonating with the essence of our own light to feel strengthened, courageous, and brave, because we're literally being held. Hello, love. We are literally being held in the frequency of who we truly are, the brightest heart of who we truly are. And with that around us, it's like you don't need armor, you don't need protection. You're steeped in that beautiful knowingness of course I'm this, of course this is what I want to give. And we don't have to panic about who am I in this lifetime? What's my ultimate soul purpose? We don't have to run on into the future. It's just about what are we here to give now in this moment? That's enough. That's loads. Just what are we here to give in this now moment? So that is what I'm seeing coming up for us. This beautiful, I want to say, eruption of light for this Lion's Gate. Now, that's one theme. I'm just riding on that. I'm also seeing theme number 2. This, hello, John. Beautiful to see you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, so theme number 2 for the Lion's Gate is this ending, phenomenal ending of karmic stories relating to our families. And why? Why is there this ending of karmic stories relating to our families? Because we are shifting at a soul level from relating to those members of our families who maybe carried some of the more difficult stories in our life, our core woundings and so on. There is an ending of those stories of saying, well, we're shifting from working through our woundings to moving into grace, which is about moving and growing and evolving, not by learning about what we're not, but by connecting with who we are. And beautiful souls who've been part of our lives for as long as we've been alive can be changing their role to us, and we can be changing our role to them, so that we're no longer holding wounding parts for each other, but we're more, we're shifting to a place where it's our job to say, hey, this is the light I see you as. This is the light I am. I am aligned in the light I am, and this is how we are going to move each other forward, by reflecting that back to us. Now, it sounds beautiful, doesn't it? It sounds really sweet and kind of fluffy and like it's all ease and grace, but I just want to speak to that. When we're coming up for a huge expansion, I mean a really big one like this, just on the way up to the gateway, you can get like a contraction. You can start to feel tightness. You can feel some of those things that we're not going to be able to carry through the gateway. Like we're wearing a huge backpack of old baggage and we can't take it through the gateway. And it's like as we move towards the gateway, we start to feel the uncomfortableness of that baggage that we've got. And we know, oh, yeah, it's time to let go of these things. It's time to make some decisions. What am I not taking with me? What am I going to leave behind? And it is a time of making strong decisions. Now, some of those decisions you're going to have to make consciously. We're going to get triggered, maybe some of us in some ways. And if we do, the opportunity is to say no to that and yes to what I prefer. I'm not having any more of that in my life. This is what I'm going to have going forward. But even if we're not triggered, you may just find, like a lot of people I'm working with at the moment, are finding just moments of being exhausted. The body just nope, noping to everyday life and to things we need to do. So if you feel that exhaustion, go with it, because there's so much we're letting go of unconsciously that we don't need to work through or process. It's being taken from us. It is being lifted from us, and there is a phenomenal amount of divine intervention and support from guides, unconditionally loving integrity, who are lifting our burdens from us, helping us take that big backpack off as we head into this gateway. So it's nice just to say, yep, I'll call for support in this. Yes, I will give myself rest when I need rest. Yeah, I will be kind to myself, and I'm going to be kind to others these next few days as we go right into this run up to Lionsgate. And I'm going to look out for those strong decisions I'm being called to make, to step out a bit more boldly in my life, or a lot more boldly, beyond my comfort zone, to let the work I'm doing in the world expand, just go to the next level, to let myself really rest in that confidence of I'm going to express the truth of who I am right now. And to remember about this beautiful expansion of our signature light. That right at the heart of all of this, whatever it means to us in our worlds, energetically, this is happening. And it's like our internal solar sun is just going boom. And the chakras and the centers we're likely to be working with very much are the solar center and the throat. So the solar center is where our signature light shines out like the sun into the universe. Our throat is where we express that light into the world. So that's what's coming up in the run-up. So guys, if you want to thank you for being with that. If you want to join we're going to go live on Sunday. So yeah, we're going to go live tomorrow for a kind of inner oracle channeled Q&A with guides. And if you want to be there for that, it would be beautiful to have you. I mean, you can just join for a one-off event. These are part of a membership events. We do them regularly. But this is the Lionsgate Inner Oracle Live tomorrow. And if you do feel like joining that, there's a link in the description. Yeah, and if you click the link and you go through the booking, you'll be sent. You can join us. It's going to be 3:30 CEST, so Central European time tomorrow. Usually goes on for about a good couple of hours. So if you want to put the time aside for that and spend your Sunday afternoon in that way, it would be gorgeous to have you there, because what the guides bring through is really it's really responsive to who's in that space when we go live. So that is what's coming through just for Lionsgate. I know it's been a while since I've gone live, and I was quite resistant to going live today, but yeah, I really, it's too strong what's coming through. I had to speak. Okay. So, oh, hi guys, how late can you book? Give me an hour before the event starts, ideally, just to be safe. So that'll be what, 2:30 Central European time. All right, so you can tune in and just see how you feel on the day and whether it feels right for you. Okay, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, this feels really good, this one. Feels really beautiful. And there's just, wow, so much support for this right now. So I hope it's being gentle on you, and tomorrow we can bring in even more support when we're connecting with a guide. Thank you. See you tomorrow, maybe. Okay. Yeah, sure. Understand. Yeah, of course. Brilliant. All right, lovely. Well, if you don't make it live tomorrow, we're going to publish just one or two of the channelings that come through. We'll publish later. But if you're in live, then we can go one-on-one, and yeah, can bring in a lot more through. But yeah, I'll be thinking of you tomorrow, whether you make it there or not. All right, love. Thank you for checking in. Big hugs. Bye for now.